It's Vlogmas Day 2. So the advent calendar today, day number 2, I got a Harry Potter tie. Isn't that cute? It's in this Harry Potter advent calendar. You gotta have a little fun in your life, and this just makes me smile. It serves no other reason other than that. If I had a grandkid, they'd be running around today in a Hogwarts tie. I don't, so maybe I'll find a way to have Roscoe wear that, or I'll put that on John. And then the tea today. Day number 2 in my tea advent calendar is this Mint Fresh to cleanse your palate. And we're going to pull a mindfulness tip coming up. Roscoe will be joining me for a little bit today. He always does. He wants to jump up here on my lap, and my goodness, I'm in my chair. It just wants to swivel. So let's see, which hat should I wear? My princess hat or my other hat? I have an elf hat, but I was gonna put that on, and I don't know what I did with it. I had it out to put on, and now I don't. Let's see, will this red go? This is about the extent of my knowledge of fashion and style. Like, do the reds clash on my Santa hat and my Santa t-shirt? All right, let's try this. Voila. So I've been on Smule singing, and the reason I bring that up is because, it was something I stopped singing for a long time. And it's something I got back into this past year, and I'm loving it, and it's just a part of my self-care. It fuels me. I can be exhausted and have no energy, but if I sing a couple of songs, I feel better. It's something that I've been doing since before I could walk. Singing has been something that has always been a part of my life. So anyway, so that's been really fun, and let's see, yeah. So that's sort of where I'm sort of expressing myself, and then the home decor, the Christmas stuff. I gotta say, I've hit the wall. I've hit the wall with the Christmas decor because we had this storm and it was so cold, and I hit the wall, and just didn't feel like I took a day off from the Christmas decor. So my house is in total chaos. I have got Christmas boxes all around. The tree, the ribbon and the lights are up, but I haven't hung the decorations, and frankly, the ribbon's a little wonky. It's just not quite right, and I think that's what's holding me up. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I'm looking at the tree and I'm going, something is off with the tree. Like, that doesn't work for me, so until I can get that right, like, it's really bothering me. Like, I didn't even realize how bad until I started talking to you. So so I wanted to, well, I've got my tea, and I've gone through my advent calendars. I did want to go through the mindfulness, just pull a mindfulness advent calendar really quick. Little tip. Let's just see what it says. I thought I would just kind of quickly read it to you. I want to make these videos a little interesting and not like the same old thing every single time. But I do want some structure. So let me put my reading glasses on. This is attractive, right? Okay. Write Christmas cards mindfully. Who still writes Christmas cards? I have noticed a lot of people have stopped writing Christmas cards. Do you still write Christmas cards? If you do you take the time to really think about what you want to say and write something that's heartfelt? I imagine you do. Like, knowing this community, I think that I would think that you probably do that. But if you don't, let's just carry on. For some, the annual writing and sending of Christmas cards is a bit of a chore. Done more with a sense of necessity and propriety than any real enjoyment. That is a really good point. How many things that we do during Christmas do we really enjoy? Like, how many things do we really enjoy? Like, I sing on Smule because I enjoy it. I do YouTube because I enjoy it, mostly. When I start realizing, I'm not enjoying my getting up and like doing videos, it's usually because I've gotten off track with my own voice, and I'm starting to sort of go off the rails a bit and I try new things, and I'll see somebody do something, I'll go, oh, that looks like fun, oh, I could do that. There's nothing wrong with that, because that's the whole point of my channel for me, is to push myself creatively, and express, just kind of express that creativity somehow. And since I don't knit and I don't paint, I sing. Most of the things I do are more like writing and singing, blogging. I don't do it anymore, but I used to do a lot of content creation. I've talked to you guys about that, but that's one of the things that I am learning to do. And I used to have, when I was coaching, I had a really great outlet to have wonderful conversations with my clients that helped me. Sometimes I felt like I got more value out of the conversations than they did. Now, they did say they got value, and I believe them, but I felt like, wow, the conversations always sort of pushed the limits for me, and sometimes it would stretch me to a point where my paradigm would shift. Like the ground beneath me, the way that I saw the world, my foundation would rock a bit, and I'd go, oh, wow, you mean there's another way to look at this? Really? And I love that. I miss that sort of intellectual, stimulating conversations where you could just speak and nobody gets offended, and you just explore topics. Give me a cup of coffee and maybe a donut on a workout day, and I could just sit and do that all day long. And some people would think that was really, really boring. But for me, I really enjoyed it. So that conversation with people is so important to me. And this has become one of my outlets, because you guys, through your comments, I've had the most amazing comments on some of my videos where I just felt like they weren't that good, but then I was just sharing with you. And sometimes I've read from my journal and things like that. Let me know if you guys want to. I have some journals up here on my bookshelf. I've moved up here to do some of my filming through Christmas, because I wanted to set a little cozy place up, since I did clean my Monica closet, my spare bedroom, and wasn't using it. I thought this would be a good use for this. Yeah. I might have a few more surprises for you as we move through Vlogmas. There's a couple things I'm going to try, maybe if I can get my courage up. We'll see. But anyway, do you enjoy doing the things that you do through Christmas? Like when you're putting up the tree. I really did enjoy that. John and I had fun putting our tree up. But there has been years when it's just a chore, and so much of it, like especially now that I'm an empty nester, as I'm putting the tree up, it's become like sometimes it's work, or doing anything because I'm by myself. It's not as much fun. So I make it fun. I find ways to enjoy doing it. And I know some people might think that's frivolous, but for me, life is just too doggone short to not bring a little joy and cheer into what you're doing, even the mundane. That's how you make an ordinary life extraordinary. And at least that's what I've been working on. So yeah, I think that's a really good point. Are you rushing through your cards, or do they really mean something to you? So when you can write the cards in a calm and attentive way. Okay, I had to change out my battery. I'm always doing that. All right, where are my reading glasses? Where was I? So, all right. So don't rush through writing your cards. And, when you were, for each card, think about the person and the people that you were writing it to. How did they make it into your Christmas card list? Focus on the goodwill you have for your card's recipients. Think specifically about the compassion each person inspires in you, and the good things that you wish for them. Also notice the physical elements of the activity, the feel of the pen in the hands, the smoothness of the card's surface. Taste of the envelope that you seal, if you do that. Some people just use water and a sponge. Examining your individual bonds with friends and family can turn this apparent chore into a deeply meaningful experience. It's really true, especially I think the last couple of years have really taught us a lot about the importance of our friendships and our connections with other people. And I think with the economy the way it is, I think meaningful, like really taking the time to do things like writing a meaningful note to somebody instead of just texting all the time, hey, how you doing? What's up? You know, like miss you. I mean, that happens a lot. Miss you, you know, but then there's really no real connection. I don't do Facebook a lot. I mean, people who know me will know I'm really not on Facebook that much. I mean, I have a whole story around that, but I won't go into it on this video. If you guys want to know more, you can ask. Anytime you have a question for me, just ask me. I'm happy to explain myself a little further, but I also don't want to get too far off track here. This is Vlogmas. We're talking about positive and joyful things, but you know, there are challenges to navigating social media and just frankly, sometimes you can just get so sucked into everybody else's dramas and stories that you lose sight of yourself. And I was kind of doing that. I'm a very, you know, some people would call it empathic, very sensitive. So if I'm on Facebook and I'm bombarded with all of this stuff, sometimes it exhausts me to the point where I can't, you know, like it's like I hit the wall. so I get on and I check the feed, but I'm like that whole day to day because I have a lot of people, because of my work too. You know, there were just so many people, and I was just overwhelmed, and I have not learned good management boundaries for social media. So that might be another conversation though for another day. Like, how do we set those up? It's different now when you're running a business. It's different. I had a huge presence on social media when I was running a business, but now that's kind of like, I'm still finding myself. If you guys are looking for a gift for somebody, like, you know, if you know somebody like me who's like a creative, like, nut and just always, you know, like always thinking up ideas, I think entrepreneurs are like that. In coaching, we used to call them, so like I was considered a solopreneur because I didn't have employees. I worked pretty much on my own except for an occasional assistant or something, or I'd collab with a partner. So, you know, we tend to be very creative. I bet you can relate to that if you're a YouTube creator. I'm sure you can. And even if you're just somebody who does content these days on social media, you know, that creativity is always flowing and you get these ideas. And so anyway, this is one way that I help organize that. So if you're looking for a gift for somebody, that's my point. This was $50 for this, but it's the Rocketbook notebook. You can also just get the spiral one for 20 bucks, you know, at online as well. So I have one of those, and that's the one I use all the time daily. So anyway, well, that's going to be my video today. I have a couple of other, like I'm going to be showing you guys little things that I'm buying for gifts or I'm receiving for gifts and sharing those with you. I'll be throwing those into my videos as we go, and you can sort of expect some of this type of videos. I'm just going to be chatting, but I'm also going to be taking you along and doing different things. So like, you know, same old really, if you think about it. All right, well, that's going to be it today. I'm sure that you have places to be. It's a busy time of year, but I hope that in the midst of this chaos, you are finding things to do to tap into your source of joy. Express your creativity. Bring that out in things that you do. Be mindful, whether you write cards out by hand, you use a card service, or you don't do cards. Find a way to connect with the people that you love. A way, maybe a creative way, you know? There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm always looking for new ways to do things. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you got your tree up and if you've got your tree decorated. I would love to hear how you're doing on that front. Some of you have already told me you have all your decorations up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I am so far behind, but I will be there. I will get caught up. All right. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. If you're doing Vlogmas, let me know in the comments. And if you are just here and you're not a creator, or you're just not doing Vlogmas, but you want to see more vloggers, you can look in the comments, and there'll be some more vloggers there. Just let us know. Let us know that you're doing it so people can support you. And yeah, if you like this kind of video, I'm sure you'll like the other vloggers. So, all right. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you're doing well. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.